Hey everyone, this is Kyle here with a Pleb's View. This will be my first channel here. Still got to do some stuff in my background. Would like to get a studio going one of these days. Um, but today we're gonna start off with tonight while I was at work. I saw that our buddy here, Jussie Smollet, was released from jail. So we're just gonna go ahead and cover that, kind of go over my thoughts on that. I really doubted that he would not make it the 150 days. I thought at least make it a week. It's pretty kind of sad that he couldn't even make it, 5 days without throwing a hissy fit. He's been uh, in PC, protective custody. He's been in the psych ward already, and then back to, I think, probably his PC, his protective custody. And now he gets out. He's going to go home, be released until it sounds like until the appeal is done with, and I highly doubt that he's gonna win that appeal. So he's just pushing this out because eventually he's got to serve his time. If it was me, I'd probably just go in there, do my time, get it done and over with, and be on with my day. We'll go ahead and jump into what we got here. So it says here from the New York Post that Jussie Smollett was released from jail on Wednesday night, hours after an Illinois state appellate court ruled he could go free while his lawyers appealed his conviction for staging a hate crime. Smollett, 39, left jail in Chicago flanked by 5 large men and said nothing as he was ushered into a light-colored SUV that drove away from the Cook County Detention Center around 8 p.m. local time. Smollett had been behind bars for 6 days. Oh, my bad. It's been 6 days. During which time lawyers said he did not eat and consumed only ice water after being sentenced to 5 months in jail for being found guilty on 5 counts of felony disorderly conduct for lying to police. Wow. He really was only consuming ice water? Well, I suppose the food probably isn't the greatest, but probably should think about what you're doing before you should think about your actions before committing a crime like this, especially, when you're heading to Cook County. Excuse me, it's not a very easy time over there in Cook County, or down there in Cook County. Defense lawyers argued that Smollett was unconstitutionally charged twice for the same crime because charges against him were dropped in 2019 in connection with his alleged false report that bigoted fans of President Trump attacked him with the noose and bleach in 2018. That's a little bit fishy too, because wasn't there? I can't think of her first name, but it was the district attorney down there, that Fox lady. Wasn't she kind of behind him getting them charges dropped in the first place? Kind of fishy on that. He was brought up with new charges a year later under Illinois disorderly conduct statute after a special prosecutor looked into the case amid national outrage. A jury then found that the former Empire actor, who is black and gay, had paid 2 men to beat him up in the hopes of raising his public profile. I'm not exactly sure why the color and his sexual orientation matter. That's a little... nobody really cares. When this case was initially reindicted, when this case was prosecuted, when this case was sentenced, I wondered to myself if Chicago had succeeded from the union because you cannot punish someone twice, led defense lawyer Nenye Uche told reporters outside the jail. I'm sure I butchered that. Smollett's lawyers filed an emergency motion to postpone his sentence on Monday, and an appellate judge found that because Smollett had been convicted of nonviolent offenses, the court would allow him to be released from Chicago jail on $150,000 individual bond during the appeal, according to the court order. I really don't think us everyday people would be getting out of jail. I guess right here is the people that he was with whenever he was let free. I really don't think us everyday folks here, us plebs, are going to be given this privilege right here. I don't want to go and say it's black privilege because it's not. I don't think it has anything to do with race. It more or less just has to do with this guy's pocketbook and him being able to afford, these attorneys he has. I know I sure as heck wouldn't be able to put up a fight as long as he has over something like this, especially knowing that I actually was behind it and drummed the whole situation up. So it says here the actor maintained his innocence during the trial and told the court that he was in danger of being killed and jailed during his sentencing. Under the terms of the I bond, Smollett would not have to dig into his pockets to get out of jail and would only owe money if he skipped his court dates. What if he shows up late again? Ucha and 3 other defense lawyers told reporters they believed the second case and sentence was unconstitutional and racist, arguing that Smollett was persecuted for making a complaint against purported white assailants. Multiple false reports are made against black men all over the country. Nobody cares, the lawyer said. We've been complaining about the disparate treatment of African Americans in the judicial system. Should black men be walked into jail for a class 4 felony? Shame on you if you think they should. I'd say with the damage that he's done to us as the American people and all of us plebs out there, I think for sure the damage that he's done to us and the country, the money that he's owed Chicago or has caused Chicago to spend on this fraudulent investigation and all the other nonsense that's gone on with this. Yes, I think of course he should be at least doing his 5 months. I think that's a little bit late, but yeah, if he did the whole 150 days, I'd be a little bit better off, with this. But I'm hoping that he has to go back into jail and at least serve it once this BS appeal is done and over with. I just don't see him winning at all. So Special Prosecutor Dan Webb opposed Smollett's release, claiming there was no emergency that warrants the extraordinary relief of staying the sentence. Smollett did not provide any real proof that he was in danger and used cursory, woefully undeveloped arguments to sway the court, Webb wrote in the state's response to the motion for release. Lawyers had claimed Smollett was at risk of a bad case of COVID-19 in jail because he is immunocompromised and had been receiving threats over his high-profile conviction. With threats, he should have thought about that, like I said before committing a crime like this, especially within Cook County's jurisdiction. And also with him being immunocompromised, I'm pretty sure he's been triple, quadruple, if not more times with the poke jab, however you want to put that. If you go out and get that, you should be pretty well protected at this point. They want to throw a big old stink about how great it is. Well, especially if he's been triple or quadruple poked, then yeah, that's not an excuse to me. He was moved to a different jail cell with surveillance and was kept away from other inmates following Monday's motion. The experience was so traumatic that Smollett nearly lost faith in our justice system and couldn't eat, Uka said. Maybe being in a cage for a class 4 is enough to make you not want to eat, Uka said. The actor maintained his innocence during the trial and told the court that he was in danger of being killed in jail in an outburst during his sentencing. His next court date will be determined when defense lawyers file their non-emergency appeal. So yeah, just to wrap this up real quick, I really can't feel bad for this guy. He's been lying about this from the start. We all know that he's not an innocent man. He did this. There's no doubt about that. The jury of his peers convicted him. Chicago and the constituents of the city have spent so much money on this BS tirade that this guy's trying to go for. I don't know how much money he makes as an actor. I don't know how much it's going to set him back, because what he has that $120,000 fine, and then he has like another $25,000 to pay. I'm sure it put a dent in his pocketbook, but I don't think it's something that he can't come back from. And also his lawyers, I'm sure that's probably hurt him a little bit too, is getting all these lawyers involved in to fight for him over this. It's like I said, just be better off if he just went ahead and did his time, just served it, shut his mouth a little bit. He said he's in protective custody. I think he's got a jail cell to himself. He's probably got a little TV, just lay there in his bed, watch his old Empire TV show and whatever else he's got to catch up on for shows. And he should be better off than any of us other plebs out there. So yeah, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Like, it's a new channel. That's what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead, share this around. I'm gonna try and do at least 2 to 3 uploads a day, because I do currently work. I might be able to do a few more than that. But hoping to kind of get over the weekend. I'm trying to get it set up here when my wife comes back. She's been out of town this week, but I'm gonna try and get the place set up so maybe it's a little bit better background for you, and hopefully here pretty soon I can get a house and then get a nice little area set up so I can get a nice little wall or something to get some nice stuff put on for you guys to look at. I really don't like the green screens, with OBS, so I really want to stay away from that. But listen, trying this out here, I'm kind of interested with the politics, kind of trying to stick up with a little bit more, so I want to help other people that live busier lives and maybe can't take the time out to read this and they can listen to it or whatever. So till next time, my fellow plebs, peace, have a good one.